Well, that's what's kind of funny is you guys start learning what the word property means.
Yeah, it's proper to your person.
It does right. It doesn't mean the ground that you walk upon. It doesn't mean the real estate. It doesn't mean the tangible asset. It doesn't mean something corporeal. You guys got to learn what property means.
Yeah.
It's only exclusive to you and to know all this. What I explained to another man earlier today, some man named Alan. I said to them, I said, all you have to do, I said, instead of arguing back and forth like crazy, and like say like using somebody like me to explain to you what property tax is, if you believe that Indiana or wherever you live is saying that you owe property taxes, why don't you just ask them to define what's property and what's a tax and what is property taxes and how am I expressly written into that, code? Show me. Just ask them a simple question.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because see, what you're doing is you're putting on a big boy hat, and you're putting on I'm the genius hat, and there's something that says I have to pay property taxes. And to me, that sounds ridiculous. When I say to people taxes, it's like you're saying I don't own something, and you believe that you're letting me borrow it, like you're letting me lease it or rent it. Is that what you believe a tax is? Okay. And then property, my definition of property means it's exclusive to me and nobody else within a society could make a claim for it. So my belief in what property and what taxes means, obviously it's not what you believe property and taxes means. Can you please define the word property and taxes? So that's what I do to them. I started off with a nice little simple letter.
Yep.
Hi, Bob. Greetings. I hear you, the tax assessor. Can you tell me what the word property and what the word taxes is? And then you can tell me what the word property tax means, or the phrase property tax. And can you show me where I'm expressly written to some sort of code between you and I that I owe you a debt to some sort of this thing called property or tax?
Yeah.
Well, it's really, you mess with their head. That's all I'm doing. I'm just being an asshole. That's all I'm being. Because they're like, why can't you just make it easy on us? See, this is what I used to do to school teachers since I was a little kid. So all the teachers loved to hate me because I always challenged them. I always made their day interesting. Everybody else was just a little melonhead, and they just want to get the A+, and they'd want to get the gold star, and they'd want to get the smiley face, and they want the lollipop. And I'd be like, hey, shove your lollipop where the sun don't shine. I don't want to know what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want you to leave me alone. Look, I'm being forced on that bus, and I'm being forced to sit here, and I'm being forced to take your crap. You're getting paid. Yeah. Now, when I'm paid, then maybe I'll listen to you. But right now you're forcing this on me, and I don't want to be here. So you know what? I'm not going to make your life easy. You're not making my life easy? You want to make my life easy? Let me go to hell home.
Yeah.
Has anybody else seen a Karl Lentz cartoon with him at like 10 years old going to school? God, I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I live in New York, and I had emailed you about it, and you was like find out the price of the land by itself without the sweat equity, and I was like, okay, so I went to the I got to go Monday to the Bureau of Land and all of that because the county clerk don't have it on record. Like they have a picture of it, but I can't print it for myself. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, what I say to people is try to find a relatively close vacant lot, and ask them what's the value of that lot. Why do you believe that if I put a mansion on this thing or a teepee on there, why do you believe that you could? For the equity that I put into this on top of this land, why do you believe that you could make a claim from what I sweated to produce? What makes you believe that you could get something from me? Well, like Barack Obama will say, well, you didn't earn it on your own. You didn't build that on your own. You didn't produce that on your own. It's like, oh, yes, I did. Because before, obviously, it was a vacant lot. Or maybe there's a teepee on it. But other than that, I did it. It's like, oh, no, we all helped you. It's like, okay, dude, you need to back off. Yes, okay, technically, somebody built the roads. Technically, somebody discovered America. Technically, somebody knocked down these trees. Technically, you're right. But you know what? Everything else has been on me. If I wasn't here, that wouldn't be here. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make 1 + 1 + 1. No, it's not A plus B plus C. It isn't all equal. A equals B equals. No, it's not. Yes, thank you that somebody came. It's like, so you're saying. So since Columbus came over here, the Indians came over here, you're saying that without them, I wouldn't exist. Okay, that might be true. You know what? But you know what? How does the county believe that they could claim the sweat equity in that building? And they'll say, well, we gave you an education, we built roads for you, we put gas stations up for you. It's like, look, we didn't do anything. Another man did it, and he was compensated.
Or they'll say it's crown land or something like that, Carl.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's like, they say they built the roads. It's like, look, let me tell you what. The guy who was the architect and created that road, he's already got compensated, and he's dead. He's fine. Nobody, I don't know. Anybody who built that road wasn't a slave. Anybody who built that road got compensated, got paid for his time and his effort and his energy, and there is no more debt that he could claim that I owe to him.
That's right.
Basically.
So this is what the government tries to say. Well, without people who came before you, you couldn't build that house on that land because there was no roads, no electric supply, no water supply, no sewage. It's like, look, dude, like I said, an Obama kind of guy. Look, everybody who did their part to make this part happen, they've already all been compensated. They can no longer lay a claim to it. It's just like if I build a fancy car and I sell it to you for 10, 20 grand, I can't lay any more claim in that. Yes, it's true. Without me doing that, you wouldn't have had such a beautiful car, but I can no longer claim it because you paid me off. You gave me compensation.